Let me start with this question. Have you ever told a lie that sounded small in your head, but later changed everything? Yes, that was me. My name is Sapphira, and this is my story. If someone had told me that morning, Sapphira, today you will stand before God and your words will end your life, I would have laughed and said, please, it's just money. But sometimes, what we call just money is actually a test of the heart. Let me take you back. The church was new, fresh, on fire. People were selling lands and houses. They brought the money to the apostles' feet. No pressure, no force. But there was honor, respect. People were seen as generous, faithful, spiritual. And honestly, who doesn't like to be seen? My husband, Ananias, and I owned land. Good land. Valuable land. One evening, after selling it, we sat together counting the money. And that was when the conversation started. Ananias looked at the money, then looked at me, then said, what if we keep part of it? I paused. Not because it was wrong, but because I was thinking the same thing. Let me be honest. We were not forced to give everything. The land was ours. The money was ours. The problem was not keeping some. The problem was pretending we gave all. But at that moment, logic sounded louder than truth. We said to ourselves, everyone doesn't need to know everything. It's not really a lie. We're still giving a lot. God understands. That sentence. God understands. We agreed to keep part of the money and present the rest, as if it were everything. And yes, we even practiced the story. Ananias went to the apostles first. I stayed back. I remember fixing my hair, adjusting my clothes, rehearsing my words. I was excited. In my mind, I already heard people saying, wow, Ananias and Sapphira are so generous. But something felt quiet, too quiet. Then suddenly, people came running. Faces pale, voices shaking. Ananias is dead. Dead? I laughed at first. Because how do you die? From giving an offering. I didn't know that truth had confronted him, and his heart couldn't stand it. My turn to speak. 3 hours later, I walked in. Confident, calm, prepared. Peter looked at me, and then he asked one simple question. Tell me, Sapphira, is this the price you and your husband sold the land for? That was it. One question. One moment. I could have stopped everything right there. I could have said, no, we kept part of it, but pride is loud, and fear is stubborn. So I smiled and said, yes, that is the full price. And immediately Peter said, how could you agree to test the Spirit of the Lord? Test, not the church, not people, God Himself. My legs gave way, and just like my husband, I fell. Now listen to me carefully. God did not kill us because we kept money. God dealt with us because we lied, while pretending to be holy. We wanted the reward of obedience, without the heart of obedience. We wanted honor, without honesty. We wanted people's applause, more than God's approval. And that is dangerous. Let me bring this home. Small lies are not small to God. What you hide may look harmless, but God sees the heart behind it. You don't need to impress God. He is not moved by performance. He desires truth. Partial obedience is still disobedience, especially when it is wrapped in pride. God cares more about who you are than what you give. Your money, service, talent, none of it matters without honesty. Fear of people can destroy destiny. We wanted to look good before people, and forgot to stand right before God. Final word from my heart to you. If I could speak to you now, I would say this. Be real with God. If you're tired, say it. If you're struggling, admit it. If you can't give everything, don't pretend. God is not looking for perfection. He is looking for truth. Don't let a small lie become a final decision. Learn from my story, so you don't have to repeat it.